And moving on to the latest in U.S. immigration policy, the Trump administration has formally proposed a sweeping overhaul of the H-1B visa allocation system, a shakeup that could spell major changes in the random lottery mechanism used for decades. Now, this move comes just days after the White House announced a controversial $100,000 annual fee for H-1B visas. Now, the administration is scrapping the luck of the draw system used in the selection process. According to a Federal Register notice, the Department of Homeland Security has proposed a new weighted selection process, one that, quote, would generally favor higher skilled and higher paid aliens, unquote. In the U.S., the government refers to immigrants as aliens. Now, the notice stresses that employers at all wage levels would still have access to H-1B workers. Now, so what exactly are the proposed changes under the new criteria? The new rule gives an edge to applicants with higher wages, advanced degrees, and specialized skills. Under the proposed rule, the possibility of H-1B applicants with higher wages have more chances of being selected in the lottery-based system. Immigrants at wage level 4 will get 4 entries. Those at wage level 3 will get 3 entries. Those at wage level 2 will get 2 entries. And the ones at the last level will get just 1 entry into the system. With the proposal now formally published in the Federal Register, a 30-day public comment period is underway for giants, advocacy groups, and for potential applicants to have their say. Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance have made their priorities clear. They want American jobs reserved primarily for American workers. Indians make up the majority of the H-1B visa holders. Out of around 400,000 H-1B recipients in 2024, around 71% were Indians. The number stood at over 72% in 2023 and 77% in 2022. Of the million-plus overseas students in the U.S., more than 331,000 were from India last year alone. Now, with these changes, fresh graduates entering the job market could be the worst hit, as entry-level salaries often fall into the lower wage tiers. Supporters of the rule argue it will reward top-tier talent and ensure fair competition, but critics warn it risks shutting out smaller companies and startups who depend on the lottery system to access global talent.
The level of employers that rely on the innovation of the H-1B is much broader than the tech companies. So, you're talking about hospitals, universities, rural doctors and dentists, renewable energy, oil and gas, manufacturing, engineering, the clergy, finance, infrastructure, architecture, lawyers, CPAs, transportation. Yes, of course, big tech companies and tech workers are also going to be impacted, but the ones that are really going to be impacted by this are the ones that can't pay this innovation tax, the ones that are small businesses and nonprofits that need those critical workers just as much as the big companies, but they can't afford them.
Now, the Department of Homeland Security estimates the proposed rule could boost wages for H-1B workers by $500 million in 2026 alone, growing to $2 billion a year by 2029. But about 5,200 small businesses could face economic hardship due to potentially restricted access to the less paid skilled foreign workers. If implemented, the overhaul would fundamentally rewrite the U.S. tech labor market, tilting the scale toward highly paid, highly educated workers and taking much of the randomness out of the system.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
Stands at $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karj mo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
4兆ドル以上も
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.